Hey there, Fit Fam. It's time for another episode of Robyn on the Yo. So here we are, guess what, in the new HHR. Ready to do another Yo episode for you in the one that's gonna last for a while, yes? What? So anyway, here's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about hormonal reactions to the foods that we eat. This was spurred on by a question from one of my clients regarding coconut water. Coconut water, is really great for recovery drinks, for electrolytes, replacing electrolytes in a natural way with no chemicals and things. However, just so that you know, coconut water is essentially fruit juice. There are a few extra things in there that make it, say better than just apple juice, but essentially it is largely a lot of sugar, but there's other good things. That's why it's a natural electrolyte replacer. It does have some good minerals that only coconut has, can also promote great regularity. But just so that you're aware, it brought on the question of, too much sugar absorption, too much this or that. So when you eat certain foods, be it protein or carb, sugar, or fat, your hormones react a different way. So when you eat something that's protein, it sends a message to the body that causes a glycogen response that basically tells the body, hey, we can release fat. When you eat something that is carb or sugar, it sends a message to the body, depending on the content, but it sends a message to the body saying, we can now store fat or hold on to the fat that we have. And when you eat something that is largely fat content, it doesn't have much of an effect on the hormones at all. So, for example, if you were eating a meal, I always suggest, eating a few bites of the protein portion first. Send that message to your body, because your tongue, your mouth, digestive enzymes will tell your body certain things, and they don't really do both at once. It's not like, hey, we got some proteins, we got some carbs, let's throw out all those juices. Like, the first thing is going to be digested best, because that's the message you're going to send to your stomach about which digestive enzymes to secrete. That's also what your hormones are going to pay attention to. So I suggest eating at least a few bites of your protein portion of your meal first to send that glycogen message. Now, if you're eating a meal that, say, you don't have a large bit of protein, perhaps it is a salad with some nuts or some green beans and some olive oil or something like that, then I might choose the portion of the meal that has a little more fat content. So let's say you're going to eat an apple. Fruit is kind of the exception, by the way. In some ways, you could do fruit all by itself. A lot of people say to do that, actually, because the fiber content in some fruits, that's going to slow the sugar absorption down. Great. And you don't actually want to eat fruit after a meal as much as we love it for dessert, and sometimes we can. If you notice that you're bloating after a meal and you've had fruit after a meal, here's why. That fruit, which is sugar, is sitting on top of your meal. The stuff that digests slowly, the protein, maybe you had a complex carb in there like rice, that's digesting slower, and then the fruit's just sitting on top of there fermenting. So sometimes it's good to have fruit separate from a meal, at least like 30 minutes later. But anyway, if you're having fruit for a snack and you're concerned about the sugar absorption and the message your hormones are sending, then maybe have a few nuts with it. Almonds have fat, protein, and sugar. I would say that the message your body's going to get is more about the fat and the protein than it is about the sugar as far as the almonds. So eat a few almonds, just a few, before you eat your apple or whatever, or even before you drink some coconut water. If you're wanting coconut water and you're needing that kind of burst of electrolytes, maybe have a few nuts with it to just kind of balance it out. So that is your Robyn on the Yo today. Kind of do some thinking about, each meal that you've got. What message do I want to send first? Take a few bites of that, enjoy the rest of your meal, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a healthy one. Make great choices and enjoy the blessings that you're being given today. Bye-bye.